morning, everyone. My name is Sumit. I'm your host and welcoming you all to my maiden webinar whose title is Trending These Days: How to Securely Navigate Through Work from Home, the New Normal. My name is Sumit Jain. I'm your host. I'm going to present you about our topic, how you can securely navigate through work from home, the new normal. We are going to talk about here about the best cybersecurity practice which everyone should use at home to secure against any kind of attacks. Okay, so I just want to know what kind of audience we are having as of now. So I'm just going to launch a poll to understand to whom so please answer this particular poll which I'm going to launch as of now. There will be a poll on your screen. Please choose your answer and submit. Great, great. I'm getting all the answers. Yes. I'm just going to close my poll very soon. Very good, very good. 95% have already voted. I'm just waiting for other 5% to vote on this particular poll. Right, I'm going to close this. Thank you for answers. So I just want to share what kind of audience we have as of now in this particular webinar. So you can easily see like there are 55% of business owners, 5% of students, 20% are IT managers, and 20% are from the other profiles. Thank you, audience. Thank you. So let's move on. So as far as my profile is concerned, I'm having 17 years of experience in selling cybersecurity solutions. For last 17 years, I'm selling security solutions for various companies from like CyberHome, FatPie, Fortinet, Netcode. Then I started my own company with the name of Advice and Consulting Services. We are cybersecurity solution provider company, and we are working for last five and a half years. We have 200 plus clients with 30 plus security solution we provide to the market. So I want to understand, I want to share some of the facts which is related to cyber security, right? You also wants to know like what is the measure of cyber security in the current scenario. But like I also want to understand from your side, what do you think about yourself? Like how much secure you people are in your current situation? Like if you're using any kind of laptop, desktop, what kind of security levels and what is the level of security you have? So for this, I want to raise my favorite poll. If you can answer in that poll, so that it will help me to understand what kind of security level, what is the level of security you are using as of now. I'm launching this poll right now for your answers. Yeah, please answer on this poll so that I can understand what kind of security levels you have as of now with you as an individual, as in company. Yeah, go on, go on. 40% already voted. I'm just waiting for other 60% to vote. 67% already voted. I'm just waiting for other people to vote as soon as possible. Go on, people, go on. 81%. 5 seconds more. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to close this poll now. So I want to share the result. Like it is very interesting to know like what is the result? Like 39% people think they have 100% security, 17% are thinking no, and 44% are thinking maybe we are having the 100% security. So let's see, like, what are the facts available? What are the facts available for cyber security in the current scenario? Let's go on. So first fact which everybody wants to understand is regarding data breach. 61% victim of data breach from the companies having more than 1,000 users. So you can easily understand what is the level of cyber security companies are having in more than 1,000 users company. 43% companies having less than 500 employees are the victim of data breach. 65% people are facing password issues. Various times people don't change their passwords. We will understand in later slides how they can do it. It takes only 39 seconds to attack by any hacker to the system. It takes 6 months to detect any attack by a company. In 2021 only, people are going to spend 6 trillion US dollars in cyber security. So you can easily understand what is the level of cyber security we have and what would be the solutions we are going to have in this era of cyber security, and what would be the spend people are going to make in cyber security. So let's move on to understand the importance of cybersecurity. But before that, we need to understand in cybersecurity, precaution is always an option and it is necessary for survival, right? We need to take proactive decisions to make ourselves secured in the current scenario. We need to be always little bit scared about cybersecurity attacks so that we can proactively decide on the solutions, because hackers exploit our weakness to their benefit, and everyone would be like endorse my statement of this: hackers are always smarter, or attackers are always smarter than anyone. They attack with new parameters to every company, every individual. So why cybersecurity is important? So before going further, I just want to check if I would be having some other information about you through my poll. Like, yes, I have one question for you. Like, if you can answer on this poll. My question is for this poll at this particular moment is this: how much secure your machine is? What do you think? What level of security you have deployed in your machine? Yeah, 35% people already voted. I want to know more answers. 61%, 65%, 74%, 87%. Great, great. So I'm getting good answers. Very good, very good. So I'm just going to close this poll in next 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's share the result. Like, for your machine, you are depending on your antivirus too much for getting security. So let's see like why cybersecurity is important. And I just want to thank you everyone for answering my each poll. So let's move on. So cybersecurity is important because this is the life of digitization. Every country, every person is moving on to digitize their company, digitize everything. Like everything is online nowadays. This is the information era. Information is the key as of now. So everybody is having so much of information available over the internet. People are using so many digital assets. Like more digitals are available, like tabs are there, computers are there, laptops are there, like various iPads are there, mobile phones are there. Everything is available to everyone. Everything is online. Like every content, whatever you want to have, you can search it over the internet. And one more thing which is very much important, attackers. If everything is online, attackers are there, and attackers are smarter. Like they trick you to your weakness. They will attack you to your weakness. And we as a company provide such kind of a cybersecurity solution which can give you more than 98% of security from any kind of attacks. Yes. So you can easily understand why cybersecurity is important, because everything is online, every data is online. People are looking for one or other cybersecurity solution. Nobody wants to depend on only antivirus solution in their company, in their personal level. Like people wants to understand what are the other kind of technologies which we can utilize in this time. So that's the main slide for our topic today. Like what kind of challenges people are facing work from home. In the work from home situation where people are locked down for last 50 days, and some people who are not very tech savvy are facing so many challenges to work online, to get the things online on time, every time, right? So let's see what kind of challenges people are facing. There are 8 prominent challenges which employees are facing as of now from work from home. First and foremost thing is scale of remote workforce. Like everybody is working from work from home, so it is difficult for everyone to work in the challenging environment from home for everything, like in office you are doing, in your businesses you are doing. Second thing is there is lack of data privacy. Like if people are using their own personal laptops, personal gadgets, it is really difficult for companies as well as employees to stick to a data privacy norms designed by companies. There is process gaps also. Like if you are working in a company, there would be some kind of processes which everyone needs to follow. But when in work from home situation, it is really difficult to follow such kind of processes at home. Lack of awareness. Most employees are not familiar with the idea of working from home, and all employees are not very tech savvy. So sometimes it happens, if the people are not very tech savvy, they are not very much uh, deploy themselves into the technology, they will face challenges. Like most of the people are not using, like most of the time, internet in their company. So it happens for those kind of people who are not using internet, email services, the basic services which is required for running a particular business. Use of personal laptop and desktop. This is really hard time for IT team to manage the personal laptop and desktops who people are using at work from home, right? It is really tough for IT team to manage those personal laptops, to like check the performance of the employee, to check the security levels of the employee machine. Insufficient network security. Definitely, definitely. This is the main cause of any kind of cybersecurity attack. People generally fail to deploy. Even I would say like there will not be any kind of like security in work from situation. People are connected through hotspot. People are connecting through local Wi-Fi by using only a single router. There will be challenges people will be facing regarding network security. Another part of the challenges are lack of software installation. Whenever you are having internet with you and people are bound to download applications which is of no use, they are not fitting in their company's guidelines. So it happens people will download unutilized stuff, like ethical stuff, or like some spam kind of a stuff from the internet without any guidance. So it will lead to a challenge in cybersecurity space. Phishing. You must have heard about the phishing thing in last 2 3 months. Like people are facing so many issues via phishing, like emails. Generally, it happens on emails where you will receive a mail in your inbox stating that like this is the form which has been like sent from your bank or any other media of BFSI, where you need to fill in all the details required and it will update your records instantly. So do not believe on such kind of mails. You need to understand, or you need to make aware yourself as well as your employee to get rid of such kind of emails. Do not apply or do not fill in any form which is not like from the ethical resource. So we need to make them aware. These are the 8 main challenges which people are facing. There are so many other challenges, but we have prominently found this particular challenges where people are facing issues. So how we can like minimize these challenges in work from home situation? Let's move on. Let me see if I have something for you in my favorite polls. No, not right now. Let's move on. Okay. So let's focus on how we can get rid of these kind of challenges with some kind of solutions. So on this particular slide, I'm going to talk about some jargons. It must be some kind of complex things for some of the people, but I will simplify it later in next slides to come. So our first and foremost challenge was like lack of data privacy. So how we can propose the best practices to minimize this particular challenge where data privacy is the issue. We need to understand that we need to restrict our employees to use a portable media. Portable media is a kind of USB pen drive or external hard disk people are using to back up the data, right? We need to create some kind of policies or solution through which they will not able to copy the data from the computer to their external drives and to the pen drive, right? It will like lead to severe data loss for you as well as your company. Tech and process gaps, the other challenge. This thing can be mitigated through by adopting the best productivity solutions. For example, like there would be a sales team with everyone, and it is really tough as of now to track the sales team what they are doing as of now, right? There are so many tools available in the market through which you are able to track your sales team what they are doing over the laptop, online, right? There are so many other things through which you can uh, minimize the gaps by taking regular backups, patch your system with latest patches available on OS as well as softwares. Another challenge which people are facing as of now is lack of awareness, and this is the very high, like rated lack of like the very high rated challenge which people are facing as of now, because employee or non-tech savvy person do not understand the severeness of this particular issue or challenge. Like, if they are not known to the fact like what kind of password security we should use, right? What would be the criteria we should use to challenge, to like to criteria to be used for give right criteria for the passwords, like what would be the characters we should utilize to create our passwords which should be more secure. The same thing, the portable media should not be used in this case. One more thing, like people are online, so we need to understand we would be using a good solution for any kind of web surfing. There should be some kind of, like, along with antivirus, like 68% people has used antivirus solution in this particular call. So I would say people should utilize antivirus for web service surfing activity as well. You need to understand whatever you are surfing over the browser, you need to take care of that. Like, there should not be bad websites which will install unwanted stuff in your laptop during the download or during browsing, right? So there should be some kind of anti-malware tool available along with your antivirus solution, right, which will safeguard you from your web surfing activities. And you need to understand that like there are so many scams available online via donation, right? The PM fund donation uh, cloning was happening some time back. Like people were like just by mistake donating on the wrong link. So this kind of awareness you need to provide to your employees, right? There are so many graphics, infographics available on the net through which you are able to make your employees aware about this kind of issues, this kind of challenges. Another challenge which people are facing by using the personal laptop and desktop, and this cannot be like we can just minimize this by utilizing good software, good security software, putting in their machine and try to increase the productivity, not to use the portable media like USB and pen drive, and increase the privacy level at their personal laptop, right? Another challenge which is important, insufficient network security. As I said earlier, like in work from home situation, people are not having much more security parameters at home, right? So we need to understand, if we are using a Wi-Fi solution, which is open Wi-Fi solution, what kind of passwords we need to integrate with it, right? What kind of router we can use with that Wi-Fi link, how we can patch our softwares, our OS, right? So that no kind of attack should happen on our desktop laptops. We need to take all the backups which is necessary from the system itself. The next challenge is lack of software installation guidelines. So what are the like installation guidelines sometimes in the company? Like uh, company wants not to download any stuff which is unethical, undemanded. People are not looking for those softwares in a longer run, right? So do not download any unutilized stuff in your machine, either from the personal laptop or the laptop given by your company. Do not use this particular thing. Phishing, I have elaborated phishing. So phishing in the sense of email solutions, like you should have a very much secure email solutions where spams, phishing attacks, email frauds kind of mail should be taken care at the internet level only. You need to understand that 95% of attacks would happen through emails. So better to get good email solution, or you need to contact me for better solution every time. Scale of remote workshop, like this is really difficult for IT team those days, like in last 50 days, because they have not experienced such a massive remote workforce for every company working from work from home, right? So by the time, like within some time, these people start like upgrading their skills on these remote workshop, and they are able to understand that like this is the new normal, and they are able to give you all the related security parameters in work from home situation. So these are the best practices which you can utilize to remove the challenges from your system as of now. So I have a very interesting poll regarding this. If you can answer, definitely it will help you or me to understand. So I'm launching a poll which is saying that when did I change my password? I hope you are getting my poll. 57% already voted. I'm just waiting for others to answer my poll. 65% waiting for others to poll. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm closing my poll. Right. So I want to share what would be the result. So this is the result. Like 50% of the people have not changed or have changed their passwords for more than 30 days. 30% less than 30 days, and 19% has not changed their password. So this is the stuff. This is the main stuff which we need to understand, right? Why we are not changing our passwords. So last slide, we have talked about so many jargons. I have simplified that slide into a simple language so that everyone can understand how it will benefit everyone to minimize those challenges which people are facing in the current scenario. So first and foremost thing is this coming on screen. You should always use phrase as passwords. Your password should contain minimum 12 characters with capital letters, small letters, numbers, special characters. Phrase as passwords always easy to understand, easy to remember. It will really help you to create a good password for you. So you can write down anywhere on your notepad. Your password should be of 12 characters as of now, combination of alphanumeric, capital letters, small letters with phrase. It will really help you to secure your 70% stuff, I would say. So I would request you, after this particular webinar, आप चाहे कुछ ले ना लें, this particular term you should use it for next level. Like you should utilize, you should change your passwords today only for all the access which you have by using phrase as password, 12 characters, special characters alphanumeric, capital letters, small letters. Second thing which should be done, data is money, back it up, not save it, back it up. It is the information era, everything has been digitized, data is money. You are collecting data day by day, like every business is subscribing each and every user these days. So that data is money for you. You need to back it up. Don't save it, just back it up. You need to back it up on cloud, you need to back it up on in-house, on desktop server, or any kind of NAS devices, or you can ask any computer expert, IT expert to do it for you. Another thing is upgrade and configure the softwares. Yes, very much important. You need to upgrade your softwares as well as your operating system. Like, do not miss anything which is required to update or upgrade your softwares and operating systems. This is very much important. Hackers take this particular opportunity to attack your system via non-upgraded one. If you're not upgrading your systems, you will losing your machine very soon. As I mentioned earlier, it takes 6 months to identify the particular threat on your system. So you need to upgrade your systems every time whenever you get a chance to upgrade. And configuration is very much important. People just buy the things but do not configure. 68% people were using antivirus in my last poll. I will request you, if you can check your antivirus, if these antivirus are configured properly as per your requirement. It should not be like wizard based configuration, just doing next, 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 next. You need to understand what kind of security levels you need, right? You need to configure in that way. Another thing is no, a big no to pirated and freeware softwares. Do not use freewares. Do not use any kind of pirated softwares. Pirated software is always a window for hacker to attack your system. Do not use it. Antivirus, anti-malware solution. It will help you. It will really help you to be your first defense. I want to share one example. Like, you must have all visited airport, right? अगर एयरपोर्ट पे आपको अलग अलग लेवल पे चेक ना किया जाए तो उसका परिणाम क्या हो सकता है आप समझ सकते हैं अगर आपको एयरपोर्ट के एंट्रेंस पे एक गार्ड चेक ना करे आपका टिकट और आपका ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग और आपको एंटर ना करने दे या करने दे विदाउट चेकिंग what will be the repercussion for those things at every level. Security is important. There are 3 to 4 levels of security measures which airport is taking care. In the same system, corporates should utilize 3 to 4 guards or gears to understand the various security threats and deploy the solutions accordingly. Antivirus and anti-malware solution is that first guard for you who will check your identity in the system, who will check if you are the authorized one to download the stuff or to use stuff online. I hope I'm clear on this. Create human firewall. This must be a new statement for you. What is the human firewall? Human firewall is a thing through which you are making aware your employees about the cyber security best practices. You are awareing your employees what kind of measures they should take whenever they need any kind of security at their own level, right? Either in case of uh, work from home situation or in office, people should show mindfulness by using internet, right? They should not just download, upload everything and anything, right, from the internet, because internet is also always available on demand. Like, right, you can download or upload anything and everything from internet. It is the consciousness and mindfulness of the employee through which you are able to create the human firewall, right? So awareness is the key in human firewall. Make your employees and yourself aware about the latest threats, right? So next thing is mindfulness web surfing. We have discussed already about it. Like, you should have a good web surfing tool available with you through which you are able to understand what kind of website you are browsing. Are these websites are bad for you, bad for your network, bad for your laptop? Are you able to download a good stuff for yourself? You need to understand that. And the last thing is conscious email usage. As I said, 95% of attacks are happening through email. So you should use a conscious email. It means the secure email. People will be talking about, I'm using G Suite, I'm using Office 65, I'm using some other solutions. But I would request, try to figure out if that particular email solution suits your business. Why to pay more if less is good for you in your business? Your solution should be as per your business, right? The security levels are available at all the solutions. What kind of security levels are required in your solution? It totally depends on your business, your profile, your data which you are surfing. I hope this simple solution slide will clarify most of the doubts which you are having. So let me see if I have something for you in my poll through which you can understand better. Yes, I have one more poll for you. It is multiple choice poll where you can choose multiple answers. So it will be little longer. I will be launching this particular poll for you. Right now, you can just answer this particular poll by understanding what would be the best password for you. Let's have more answers. What would be the best password for you? I want to understand that. Yes, yes. Only 30% had voted. Where are the other people? 40%, 40%. Wake up, wake up. You have just learned about this. 50% people already voted. I'm waiting others to answer this particular poll. This poll is very much important. By the end of this particular webinar, you will be remembering this particular poll for lifelong. 60%, 70%. Go on, go on. Yes. Great, great, great. I'm waiting for you. 5 more seconds, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm closing this particular poll now. So let's see what would be the answer. Yes. So in this particular poll, no answer is incorrect. If you have answered something else, every answer is correct. So you can easily see. So whatever I discuss about passwords, every person has taken that particular knowledge. Right. So let's move further. Let's move further. So this would be the statement which you will be going to remember after this webinar. Passwords are like underwear. Make them personal, make them exotic, and change them on regular basis. Yes, you need to change your passwords every 30 to 45 days. You should not stick with same password for lifetime. 19% people mentioned in my poll that they have never changed their passwords. So whenever you think about it, you just need to change your passwords. Passwords are personal. You can easily drive these challenges out of window by little mindfulness. You just need to understand what are the things best for you. Right. So we are just coming to end of my presentation very soon. So I'm here. I have deployed one Facebook group with the name of Technology with Sumit, as well as a WhatsApp group. If you have any answer, if you have any question, you can ask me there, or you can ask on chat box here. Or for corporates, we have started a free assessment where we are going to assess your network for 1 to 5 external IPs to understand if there is some kind of challenges in your network for the risk level. We will sharing one report, one pager report for you, through which you are able to understand if there is any kind of threat in your network. So before your team is coming back from the work from home situation, your network is ready in 100% secure environment. I hope this webinar help you to understand your work from home situation with more security. So let me have one more poll to understand what is really tough in your work from home. I'm just launching a poll where you need to mention what is really tough for you. There will be a poll on your screen. There will be a poll on your screen. 40% already voted. I am waiting for others to vote. Yes, 50% already voted. We are waiting for others to join in. I'll be waiting for more 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to close this particular poll and let me share the poll with you so that you can easily understand what kind of difficulties people are facing as of now. So 20% people are facing with technology, personal time, privacy, and more than that is focus. It is really hard to focus in this particular situation. Definitely. Thank you for answering my this poll. So if you have any questions, you can ask me on chat box. I will happy to answer your any question. If you have any questions, so I got one question where Sridhar has asked, can you share a phrase of a password? Definitely, I will message. So Umang has written a sample password. Jim Jam plays well all day. This would be a kind of a password. The one password which I am going to remember is the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy little dog. If you want to put this particular as your password with alphanumeric special characters, you can put it in a longer run. I don't think no one would able to gauge it out. So I will be launching one more poll meanwhile to rate this particular webinar. Like if this webinar is useful for you, you can rate it positive. If you think this webinar needs improvement, you can rate it accordingly. I'll be waiting for your choices on this particular webinar. Only 40% has voted till date. 50% on voted. 70% voted. So waiting for 5 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and closing this poll. So I'll be sharing the result of this particular poll as well so that you can understand what would be the rate of this particular webinar, and it will really help me to create more webinars for you. So I'm hiding this particular poll from you. You can ask your questions on my Facebook private group, Technology with Sumit, or you can part of my WhatsApp group as well, through which you will get to know about various more things. Meanwhile, I want to understand if any new topic you want me to take up during this lockdown for any kind of webinar. You can just click on any of the topic which relates with you, and I can create a webinar for you on this topic. %20 people voted. 28%, 33%. Now, I want to request you all, please be a part of my private group, Technology with Sumit, in which you can post a feedback directly in the group for other people to see if they are the part of group, and what would be the one learning you have taken from this particular webinar. It will really help me to create more webinars like this for you in future. 80% people have already voted on this particular poll. If there is question, you can also ask me a questions. So Vidur has asked how to remember different password paid service to store them. There is a paid service available with the name of LastPass and one password. There are free for some time as well. You can use LastPass as well as one password for master password as well as password for every login you have. So same last password and one password will help you to generate alphanumeric passwords also, which they can remember. You need not to remember, you just need to remember only one master passwords to use these apps. And these apps are available on browser as well as on your mobile devices. Viral has asked about quick heal total security is okay or not. If you are talking about quick heal total security in single piece environment, I will say it will be okay. In a corporate environment, I will not say this is the good product to work on as of now. In a home environment, it is okay. Like it can take care of your browsing as well as your some of the antivirus stuff which is required. Sanjeev ji is asking now, what are the tools for threat perception diagnostic? Sir, there are so many tools available to understand or to know about this, like reports. We can discuss on this, like what is the requirement alongside, like we accordingly we provide those kind of services. There are so many tools available on threat perception diagnostic. Kiran is asking about, can we use a list of passwords instead? Please elaborate your question. List of password instead. You can use LastPass or one password if you want to save anywhere. If you have any other question, you can just write. I think I have taken all the questions. If there is any other question, you can ask me. So another question which I've received, uh, instead of changing password, use a set of 3-4 password for various accounts so that it won't be compromised. Yes, you should use different password for different login every time, not the single password for every login. You should use a different passwords or different combinations for different logins. Shashankji is asking for, if we migrate to Apple laptop and Apple iPhone, would it be fully secured? I think this is secure, safe and secure from virus attack. Shashankji, Apple is also not secured as of now as far as attacks is concerned. I have so many case studies where Mac machines and mobile phone has been compromised. So better to use a solution. So Sridhar is asking, using Zoom, so do I use different machine to be safe? So I want to introduce Umang here. Umang, who is writing answers to you. Umang is my cybersecurity professional who is taking care of my cybersecurity stuff. So he's asking you most of the questions which is required technical help. So I'm closing this particular poll. If you want to see what would be the result of the poll so that you can understand what would be the level of topics, we are deploying one. Almost every topic has received same numbers of percentage. I will be happy to answer your questions if you want to ask me anything. I will be sharing here my Facebook page so that you can join me on this Facebook page. The Facebook page named as Technology with Sumit. You can join me on this page. I will allow to join after this webinar. So I am ending this particular webinar. So I will request you to give your feedback on my Facebook page with Technology with Sumit. and I will see you as member at Technology with Sumit. Thank you for joining in. I will share you details about the upcoming webinar very soon. Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate your presence in my first webinar on technology. Thank you. Thank you very much.